Hey guys, it's your instructor. Wanted to check in. I'm trying the video thing out, very much out of my comfort zone. So hopefully you can find a fast forward and go through my ramblings. But wanted to check in about the week 13 discussion on childhood obesity. Y'all brought up some really great points. Childhood obesity is certainly on the rise, and there's a lot of ideas about how to combat that. A lot of it is that our kids are a lot less active. I am certainly guilty of needing to get some work done and handing my 7-year-old the iPad. Also, a lot of it is about nutrition. And I will say, I've learned the hard way, you cannot outwork a bad diet. So nutrition is key. And as our book points out, a lot of factors about sometimes it can seemingly be expensive to eat nutritiously, but I do sometimes take issue with that because it can be expensive if you eat nutritiously with convenient food. So an example, a salad is going to cost you a lot more than a burger and fries. However, also for $8 that you might purchase yourself a salad for, you could go home and make a pretty nutritious meal for a family of 4. Same with think about a breakfast value meal. It might run you $5 or $6, not very nutritious at all. Or for $5 or $6, you can go buy a loaf of bread, a bunch of bananas, some peanut butter, some milk, and you could have a really nutritious breakfast all week. So I don't really buy into the fact that eating nutritiously has to be expensive. It's also interesting to make the correlation that childhood obesity is on the rise, and that strongly correlates to the old school food pyramid the government put out. Many of you will remember where the bottom tier was a lot of carbs and pasta, and then the top tier was fats and sweets. And it's interesting, I remember growing up and thinking if a pasta was a healthy dish, or we'd have meatless Mondays for the sake of being healthy. And of course, now we know it's not the meat, it's not the healthy fats that make us fat. It is a lot of the carbs and sugar. So we've kind of taken a lot of that food pyramid and dumped it upside down, but that's going to take generations and generations to change those thoughts. I even find myself saying things to my son that my parents said to me about hey, eat your bread, pasta's healthy, stay away from butter. Bacon used to be bad, and now it's almost like a health food. And I find myself saying that to my son because old habits die hard. So it's just interesting to note how our information has changed, but then also long-term repercussions of some of that information pushed by the old school food pyramid. We're seeing the effects of that today. And so I think it'll take a lot more generations to change that. Just my thoughts. Hope y'all are having a great week. Keep up the great work. Just a few more weeks left.